How you gonna do 'em like that?
You're watching another episode of Highly Respected with yours truly, Miss Streetz, and I am talking to Callie M. He's not just an artist; he has a lot going on, but we gonna let y'all know about all that stuff. But Callie M, what's good?
Hello. How are you?
I'm
Been
good.
an honor.
Good. Yes. So your songs caught my attention, and ever since then, I was like, I got to learn some more about him. So not only are you an artist, you have a clothing line. So
Yes.
we're gonna start with the music first. I believe
Okay.
your latest single is 4WS. Explain the title and talk about the record.
Okay, so 4Ws is a track I was making. Like, honestly, those tracks that I'm putting out right now is visuals to a mixtape that I dropped at the end of last year called Fourth Quarter. So right now I'm just trying to take at least like the first beginner sets of this month to put out visuals, and then I'm just trying to like lock in and increase the vault while I'm putting out visuals, because I know I didn't get a lot of traffic on the mixtape as a whole, but I'm learning as time is going on that the visuals are catching attention, and each visual that I'm putting out is increasing the quality of the mixtape and stuff like that, so I could add more weight to it. Right. So it's like pros that's really coming with putting out the visuals. I underestimated visuals at the time because I always wanted to just be so focused on writing and making people hear how like the lyrics are, but the visuals go a long way too.
Yes, they do. And I'm sorry because I did say four. It's supposed to be 4Ws, right?
No, that's a track on the from the tape. So you was correct. I just strayed off of that a little bit, because I know like a lot of people sometimes they think like when I drop these visuals, oh, it's like brand new songs, but it's like, nah, but I'm gonna let you think that, because then it actually lets me know that I'm doing a good job with the project that came out and stuff like that. So I just let them interpret it the best way they know how.
Right. So talk about the fourth quarter mixtape. What was like your process and thoughts, and where did you want the mixtape to go as far as, you know, people listening?
Well, truthfully, behind Fourth Quarter, it was all about, because you know, usually at the end of a basketball game, I always grew up around basketball, like my family or my cousins. So usually the fourth quarter is when you know you have to go the hardest. Either you win or you don't. And like I purposely dropped it around the end of the year of last year, because like last year was the year I actually came out and started slowly telling people, you know, I like to rap, doing that. So it's like Fourth Quarter was the title of the mixtape, but it was also something personal for me too. It was something where like, this is your time. Like you have to like, I always knew a tape was coming. Even before I even got in the studio, because you hold something in for so long, it's like creatively you're gonna end up having to show it out one way or another. And people thought I was just gonna do one track and then it was gonna be one and done, because that's how usually things are. But like me, when I start something, I have to start a lot of it before I even put out the first.
Right.
So I was working on this tape since top of the year, and then I finally got pushed to go to the studio by my cousin. And then afterwards, it was the engineer that really was pushing me to like come back. Like, don't just be so easy to let this one go. So I kept coming back. And we was just knocking out these records. I rewrote like so many verses, because I have this thing where like I know if it's not good enough to be put out. Like
I wrote you have your ear, which is what it is.
I wrote some trash stuff before, but like I know, like this was what I have on the tape is the best of I've put out so far.
Okay.
And stuff like that. And I forced myself to challenge myself, locked in, so many hours locked in. And you would think I'm signed the way I was in these studios. They look, and I'm just working a regular 9 to 5, putting it in. Like I'm like, I don't know nothing else. I just want to put this tape out and let the rest be history.
And it came out great. So, you know, it definitely shows that the hard work, you know, you was willing to put in, it came out through the whole mixtape. So, and then you also have your own entertainment company. What is it, Cali Moolah?
Yeah.
Yes, talk about that.
Basically, okay. So prior to music, I was doing YouTube. I'm still doing YouTube. It's just a hold on that.
Okay.
But I was doing YouTube, and I was doing my public interviews, the pranks, the all, just increasing my engagement and stuff like that. And I started receiving like followers fast, and I was like, oh, okay, I see what this could do. Like it was helping me build like my, I don't even know the word to put it. It's just this is the way
Like your
it's.
fan base, yeah.
Yes,
Right.
because it's
Yeah.
weird to say fan base in a sense because I don't want to feel like I
Right.
have this yet, but my audience, okay,
Audience, right? Okay.
increase my audience over time, and then I just was like, you know what, it's a lot of things I want to do. Like my cousins, they call me Mr. Do It All because I try to do so many things at one time,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. But I feel like I have to be productive in doing something creative at all times.
Right.
If it's not with music, it's with YouTube. If it's not with YouTube, it's with my clothes. If it's not, but
Right.
right now, music is like is the
That's
best
where
thing.
you at right now. Yeah. And like I said, it sounds dope. And the entertainment company, and then you spoke about the clothing line to official clothing.
Thank you.
Discuss that and what's the like who are you trying to target as far as, the clothing line itself?
As far as Too Official goes, I'm going to. I'm fake thinking about just targeting the fall winter theme because I
Mm-hmm.
like the sweatsuits kind of thing because I feel like that's something that makes everybody comfy. It's not something you
Yeah.
think about, like you just grab and put on.
Right.
But Too Official is just like a design I make all by myself, no help, just me being by myself, just testing stuff out, seeing different edits. Like as you become creative and you're learning how these apps run, you really
Mm-hmm.
start to pick up the different effects and stuff like that. And like people thinks it's like rocket science to start these type of stuff.
Right.
Truthfully, I'm telling you, all you got to do is just sit down and play around with
And
the app,
work with it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
really see how far certain things go. Like
Right.
I was surprised at myself, honestly. Like I always knew how to edit little stuff, but when you
Mm-hmm.
sit down and learn how to edit letters and make a shape turn into this, and then you
Mm-hmm.
piece it together, it starts to hydrate your creative
Right.
juices and stuff like that, and just
Right,
make
you
it
get better and better. So, and I did see some of your pieces, and I thought it was actually unique and dope. And I saw some hoodies and the sweatpants, which is always cool. Like you said, to throw on
best.
a hoodie or a pair of sweatpants.
That with everything that I'm doing, I'm trying my best to do what isn't all the way done.
Mhm.
And that's fake contradicting in a sense to say for me to say right now, even though I am in the drill scene.
Mhm.
But honestly, if you really look at the drill scene right now, it's like it's the lyrics is not, I think that's where I think I'll have the upper hand moving
Mhm.
forward. Because my goal is like people underestimate the part and there is a talent in making a good song.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And I feel like you can make a good song, but if your lyrics aren't,
Right.
not gonna get the respect that you want.
Nobody's really gonna really like it. So
Exactly. So like that's why I be sitting here like I need to make sure this sounds like when I hear a beat and stuff like that, I just be if the beat make me move,
Mhm.
I sit down like I stimulate my brain to a party. Like what would people want to feel? What do
Right. What's
people feel?
what
Like
can you see people reciting and stuff like
like
that?
that was
Yeah.
that honestly that was the route for my first song that I put out. Wait
Mhm.
a minute. Like when I did Wait a Minute, um that song, I sat on that song, not even sat, I was writing that song for like a good in and out, but with time all put together, I would say like
Mhm.
about 2 to 3 weeks. Being that I knew that was going to be the first song, and that was the first song I was presented to my cousins, and they kept pushing me like, go to the studio and record this. And I was still just writing stuff, but then it was like I had to now. But Wait a Minute was one of those. And then it was during the time too when Lil Baby and Jada and them had that little scandal. So I thought it
Mhm.
would be cool. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Body good like Jada.
Right.
Howard, that's my little baby in a way that I'm
Mhm.
a player. So it
Mhm.
was just a play on words, just to like,
Right.
and
Right.
gonna see what's happening. Like I seen lately, I started picking up a lot of traffic on Wait a Minute a lot more, even though I dropped a lot of songs after
Mhm.
too. And like the girls are starting to pick up pace. Like it's like stairs and levels.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
yeah, it is. Yeah, sometimes people are late to the party, but at least they get there.
they get
You know,
there. And I'm learning
that's all
that
that
too.
matters. Yeah,
I'm
they get
learning that a
there.
lot. Yes,
So who
absolutely.
gets to tell Callie M the truth? Like who in your camp or family or friends get to say, hey, this is not good or do this, or who's that
Well,
person?
it's a ladder. So
Okay.
first I'll start with myself. I keep it. I even have my book next to me. If you see what I crossed out, like you see all these arrows and all. Wait, you can't even see. You see all this stuff, all this
Yes, I do.
everything written on notebook before I go to a studio. I cannot go to a studio and try to make a song on the spot. I feel like that wastes time, that wastes money, and that wastes the engineer's time. So
Right.
I have to make sure I come in there locked in with what I gotta do there first.
Mm-hmm.
And I lock in what I'm doing in the notebook, and then I go to the studio. After I do my thing in the studio, I ask the engineer, because no matter what, I don't care if an engineer's job is to just mix and
Makes the
master.
record sound good, right? Mm-hmm.
My friend, even
Mm-hmm.
though me and my engineer now we've grown to build a bond. I haven't seen him in a few months, but we're gonna tap back in. But we've built a bond where after each record, I have to ask him. Like he don't like when I do that because he says, I'm learning to know your sound, but it's like you're not the audience that I would ever
Right.
but like I need to know what you're thinking. And he keeps it all the way real with me. Like I rewrote, like even on No Breaks, I rewrote the last verse, the second verse. And because he said like we knocked No Breaks out in one take. But I just know you could come harder and stuff like that. I came home. I feel like I'm learning to take criticism as time is going on.
Yeah.
But I came home and I was like, nah, don't be mad about that. He's being honest with you. I came home. I spent like 2-3 days like airplane mode, like nobody can beat me right now because I really have to prove to him. Like I feel like everything has to be proved now. Like was locking in just right in my verse. I went back to him. We did it. And then like we adjusted my voice a little bit, just a little bit, so the beat sometimes don't sound too louder than the artist.
Right.
And then he was
And
meant
then
for
you
me.
had a good project, good song. So that's how it goes. So for
Yeah,
people who are late to the party, what is your social media so that they can go listen to Fourth Quarter Mixtape, download it, watch your videos as well that you have out? What's your YouTube, Instagram, all that?
My Instagram, everybody can find me at Kalimula__. My YouTube is Kalimula ENT. It might go into a new name change, being that music is the demographic I'm tapping into. But as of right now, it is Kalimula ENT. And that's the two where you can mainly find me at, honestly. I'll have 2 official attached to my page. My YouTube clips, I will unarchive them because a lot of people are wondering where those clips went when I'm trying to really show the music right now. But that's really where most of the content and stuff like that is.
So they'll be able to get to you that way. And then of course you have to give shout outs to everybody that's been supportive from the beginning to the middle and to now. Shout out those people.
Too, like, can I give them a shout out too?
Anybody, whoever you want to shout out.
Shout out my family, and I want to shout out, even though he's not alive right now, I do want to shout out Pop, because I think people underestimate, being that he's gone, I think people underestimate how much he's really impacted the drill scene. I see a lot of the conversation of who started this, but sometimes it's not about who started it. It's about who really put it on the map. And I feel like people are forgetting that. So being that I'm still here and I'm a real rap lover, I got to give him his flowers. Nikki too. She keeps the pen thing alive. And as I'm on this rap thing, and I'm from Queens, and she from Queens, and 50 from
I'm from Queens too.
So I'm gonna keep that alive. And I pray that when it's my time, it's my time, and my skills what is not for
definitely.
the day.
Yeah, definitely. And before you go, even though it seems like we can talk all night, but before you leave, I need you to tell people what's coming up, like upcoming projects, anything with the music clothing.
All right. As of right now, we're gonna continue to do visuals. I've been getting a lot of DMs about the 5-star video. The 5-star video is coming. I just got to take my time, make sure visuals is right, everything is on point, because I'm not gonna put out nothing until it's on point.
Right.
new music, new mixtape, everything, all of that is going to be on the way. I will take my time with that as well. It will be more variety moving forward because I already did the drill thing. I'm going to continue doing the drill thing because the drill is foundation, but I'm also going to show people that it's a lot that comes with me. I'm too creative to just box myself in. And we just got a lot coming up moving forward, you know?
So we going to be looking. I'm going to be watching, supporting.
I'm coming back because we talking more. I know that.
Exactly. So, Callie,
I also want to give you your flowers too. Like, I see you interviewing a lot of the small artists. I don't know if they like, because I don't watch them full out all the time, but like, I think it's great what you're doing. Like, you reaching out to everybody, you giving them their time to actually understand what an interview is like. It actually improves a lot of people's communication. And that kind of like goes over their head when you actually give them a skill to work on, preparing them for what could be the next thing. Because right now we all small, but you got to have a whole studio, and then today's price is not tomorrow's price.
Exactly. Thank you. But Callie M, thank you. Keep up all the work you got going. Like I said, I'm here to support, and I appreciate everything that you're doing for music and clothing and the culture.
Because it's a whole lot more. Callie M, it's more stories to tell.
Yes. All right. Thank you.